Hello and welcome back, my amazing learners. Today we're diving into something incredibly practical and powerful. 10 basic English phrases everyone should know. These phrases are not just for beginners. They are essential tools for communication in daily life, work, travel, and conversations. Whether you're ordering coffee, making a friend, or asking for help, these expressions will be your best allies. Each phrase here is carefully chosen, not just because it's common, but because it's useful, easy to learn, and highly flexible. I'll explain each in a smart paragraph, give you multiple examples, show when to use them, how people use them incorrectly, and how to use them the right way. So grab your notebook, let's go phrase by phrase. 1. How are you? How are you is one of the first English phrases you'll hear and use, especially when greeting someone. It's not just a question about your health or emotions. It's a polite and friendly way to start a conversation. In many English-speaking cultures, it's more of a greeting than a deep inquiry. People usually expect a short, simple answer like, "I'm good, thanks," or "I'm okay, how about you?" It's not common to go into detail unless the person asks further. For example, if someone says, "How are you?" at work, you can respond, "Pretty good. Thanks. Just busy today." If you're with a close friend, you might say, "Not too great, to be honest." If you're feeling down, saying, "How are you?" opens the door to connection, and answering it with a friendly tone shows you're polite and confident. 2. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you is a respectful and positive phrase used when meeting someone for the first time. It shows that you're polite and interested in the new person. This phrase is often used right after introductions. For example, someone says, "Hi, I'm Maria," and you reply, "Nice to meet you, Maria." It's a social habit that makes conversations warmer and more comfortable. You can also say, "It's a pleasure to meet you," in more formal situations, like job interviews. People may say it again when parting, "Nice meeting you." Avoid saying this when you already know the person. That can be awkward. Use it once, confidently, and with a smile. It's one of the easiest ways to leave a good first impression. 3. Can you help me? Can you help me is an essential phrase for everyday communication. Whether you're asking someone for directions, assistance in a store, or help understanding something, this polite request instantly signals that you need support. It's better than just saying, "Help me," which can sound too direct or even rude. For instance, in a bookstore, you could say, "Can you help me find this author?" Or on the street, "Can you help me get to the train station?" You can also change it slightly to "Could you help me?" to make it even more polite. Adding "please" at the end shows even more respect. Using this phrase with the right tone and friendly expression helps. You sound kind, not demanding, and people are usually more willing to help. 4. I don't understand. Every English learner needs to feel comfortable saying, "I don't understand." It's not a weakness. It's a strength, because it shows that you want to improve and learn. This phrase is useful when Someone speaks too fast, uses difficult words, or says something confusing. For example, say, if your teacher says something complex, you can say, "I'm sorry, I don't understand. Could you repeat that, please?" You can also say it during conversations, on the phone, or when reading instructions. Never pretend you understand when you don't. That leads to more confusion. Instead, say it with confidence and curiosity. People respect honesty, and they'll usually explain things more clearly when they see you're eager to learn. 5. I'm sorry. I'm sorry is a powerful and polite phrase in English that you'll use in many situations, not just when you make a mistake. You can say it when you bump into someone by accident, interrupt a conversation, or when you're late. It shows respect and empathy. For example, if you're late to class, say, "I'm sorry I'm late." Or if someone is talking and you need to interrupt politely, say, "I'm sorry, may I ask a question?" Just be careful not to overuse it. Some learners say sorry even when it's not needed, which may make them sound unsure. Use it sincerely and clearly. A well-timed "I'm sorry" can keep communication smooth and respectful. 6. Excuse me. Excuse me is a polite phrase used to get someone's attention or to pass by someone. It's especially useful in crowded places or when you want to speak to a stranger. For example, if you're trying to get the attention of a waiter in a restaurant, say, "Excuse me, can I get the menu?" Or if you're on a crowded bus and need to get off, you can say, "Excuse me, I need to get through." It's also used when you sneeze or accidentally disturb someone. People sometimes confuse "excuse me" with "I'm sorry." But remember, "excuse me" is used before an action, while "I'm sorry" is used after. Using "excuse me" helps you sound courteous and shows social awareness. 7. What do you mean? When you hear something confusing or unfamiliar, "What do you mean?" is the perfect phrase to ask for clarification. It shows that you're actively listening and trying to understand, not just nodding without thinking. For instance, if someone says, "She's under the weather," and you're unsure what that idiom means, you can respond, "What do you mean by under the weather?" This phrase invites the other person to explain or rephrase. It's a polite way to stop the conversation and make sure you're not missing the meaning. You can also say, "Can you explain that?" Or, "I'm not sure I understand. What do you mean exactly?" These help you become a better communicator and a more curious learner. 8. I don't know. I don't know is a simple but important phrase in English, one that people use more than you might think. It's perfectly okay to admit when you don't know something, especially if you follow it up with a helpful idea or question. For example, if someone asks you where a building is, and you're not sure, say, "I don't know, sorry, maybe we can check Google Maps." Or at work, if someone asks for information you don't have, say, "I don't know right now, but I'll find out." Saying "I don't know" honestly builds trust and shows confidence. Pretending to know everything can lead to mistakes. Practice saying it in a friendly tone and combine it with helpful follow-up responses. 9. I'm learning English. This phrase is very helpful for learners because it immediately lets people know you're still growing your skills. When others hear, "I'm learning English," they usually become more patient and supportive. It also gives you space to ask for help without feeling awkward. For example, you might say, "I'm learning English, so could you speak a little slower?" Or, "I'm learning English. Can you help me with this word?" Using this phrase shows confidence in your learning journey, not weakness. You don't need to hide your learner status. Own it proudly. It can even open up opportunities for practice and connection with others. 10. Thank you. You're welcome. Gratitude is an important part of English communication, and thank you, along with you're welcome, are phrases you'll use all the time. Whether someone holds a door for you, helps you with homework, or brings you a cup of tea, saying thank you is expected and appreciated. Equally, when someone thanks you, replying with you're welcome, or even no problem in casual situations, is polite and shows good manners. For example, thank you for helping me. You're welcome, anytime. These simple expressions keep conversations warm and respectful. Say them with a smile, and you'll make a positive impression wherever you go.